Hi guys, this is a pretty basic tutorial for people who are complete noobs at Roblox Studio or don't know anything. So, if the first thing what I did was I played around with the terrain editor. So if you now click here on grow, then you can't grow something out of the base plate, so it doesn't do anything. So instead you can click here on add, and then it will add you a earth block. So let's just make a mound. I'll just start it somewhere here. Then I'll grow it a bit more to be like an actual mountain. So now I just noticed what material have mountains? Rock, mostly. So here there is as well the paint tool. If we click on it down here, we should say which material. So I'll just use basalt, cause I guess it's the best material. So now I'll just draw everywhere over my mountain to make it all be basalt. Some movement keys. So W to move forward, S backwards, D right, A left, E up, Q down. And right click with that, you can kind of scroll around. Like in Blend, mouse wheel is kind of to like move the world like this. And left mouse key is more like to select things. So if you would now have a part, then you could select it like this or make a frame selection. So now we can work more on our mountain basalt. I'm just making like a really quick mountain, not actual for a game really. So if you'd actually want to use this scene, I'm only telling you put more effort into it, because your game is actually made for being known, probably, but this is only to be a tutorial, so I'm only like trying to explain some stuff to you, but not actually make something like a popular game. So it's better if you'd put more effort into it. Now that we're done with our mountain, we can start designing our house. To do this, we can up here click get us a part, but this doesn't look like a wall. Here under material we can select brick if we want a brick house, but a black brick isn't the right thing. So here under color, if we go on the arrow here, we can select persimmon. If we want as well really red or bright red, it's not really necessary. Another key that I'll explain quickly is R key. So if you're holding your object and you want to rotate it, just click the R key. Then here we can click on scale. Then we will scale it to a wall that we want to make. Something that is now necessary to know. For making the right size, go to plugins, go build rig, block rig. Now we have a block rig. In this character just my block rig just kind of now it worked. So this isn't high enough to be a house. I guess this is the right size for his house. Then I'll just quickly Made his house. Done. Now we can actually pretty much delete him. Then we can quickly build him a roof. I'm making a really basic house, not actual for it to be known. So put more effort into it if you actually want to do this house. And now make it a door. Now we have a door. Now here I'll just quickly insert me into the game. No, I'm not already pro. This is who I am. Here I am. Well, okay. Another good tip is, for instance, if I would want to go all this way, it would be hard to scroll there. So I could just select something here and click on F on the keyboard. Like that, my camera will automatically teleport it close. So I'll just quickly insert me again. So imagine you were just at work and you had a hard day at work. And you think like, oh yeah, go in my house and I'll... But then if you come, you know, and you're in, you think like, oh no, I need to sit down. But how can I? This is, maybe you saw like some games where you were able to sit on your things. I'll show you how to make that. So I'll just quickly design a sofa for showing it on. Now that we have our sofa, a pro tip or a good tip that I want to tell you is, because it is really impractical if you all the time need to select all your objects, and imagine it would be, you can do box selection because there would be many things. A good thing to do now is to take all the stuff that you want to be able to select as one thing, and then click on Control, and then press Control G. If you're on a Mac, then Command D. Now, here in the Explorer, you can see it's one thing, a model. And now I can name it to sofa. Pretty cool. Now I can select it as one object. But as you can see, if we sit down on it, or try to sit down on it, how? Oops, I forgot to anchor the. As you see, you can't like actually sit down on it. How did the people do that to make those games with the chairs? Well, I'll show you. Because here, if we go back to the Explorer panel when we have it selected, there is this plus. Now click on it and search up seat. Click on normal seat, not vehicle seat. Now, position your seat where you want the player to be sitting on if they touch. Now, if we want that the people don't see that they here are having a seat, we can click on the seat, go to Properties tab, and search for transparency and make it to 1. Like that, they can't see your thing. I'll just position it somewhere here. Now we can position the sofa somewhere in our house. Now, at least our player can sit, our person can sit down after his hard day of work. But it's starting to get cold. So, what can he do? He needs something like a fire. Well, how do you do that? I'll show you. So let's try again back out of the house and start designing. So I'll just quickly design something like a... So I'm done with modeling the house. or better said, no, I meant the stove. So now, here we have some coals, some parts, and here we have another part. I called it fire part, because that will be like the part from that the fire will spread. Now all this we can as well group to one thing and call it, let's say, stove. Now we can as well position it, so we'll expand it here. Oops, I put it accidentally there. So here we'll expand it and lock down for the fire part. Now here on the plus and search up fire and put it in. Whoa, we have some fire. It actually looks pretty realistic. Now if we want to make that more heat comes out, we can do that. Well, I mean that it will go higher. If we want, we can as well make the size bigger. And if we want, we can as well change the color to something like blue. Everything is possible. You can as well change the secondary color to something like white. Then it would look about like this. So now our person won't be cold. Another good thing to do is always name your parts, because like that, what if I now to group the house and now I would be like, and where is now like this wall? There, I found the thing that I looked for. So just call it, it would be good if you call your parts something. Done. Now if we want, we can, and now we can name the house, our model house. I think I'll group like the wall things. Walls. Now we have like a small house with me sitting inside it, a stove. I'll just quickly position it further away from this mountain. Well, so this is it for today's video. We've modeled a house with a sittable sofa. Oh, I forgot to show you that you can actually sit on it. Seems so. Some cold. So now, if we try to sit down, it doesn't work. Well, in most cases this would work, so it doesn't matter that in this case it didn't. So yeah, we've modeled this pretty nice fireplace, this sofa, and this house. So I'll probably put this house, sofa, and oven in as a model up, but yeah.